Hi everyone, this is part of our secret section where we go over things pretty quickly and hopefully you've been over a lot of the other information that we show on our channel. Now, the first secret I'd like to talk about today is if you fold this dollar bill in a particular way, you actually see the Twin Towers on fire there. See? 9/11 right there in front of you. And then even these words beside the Twin Towers actually represent the Twin Towers themselves. Because, right, it represents two sides. Like Captain America's side, Jesus Christ's side, and then Iron Man's side, Satan's side. See, these two pillars right here represent the Twin Towers as well. See, this pillar is Captain America's side, Jesus Christ's side. And this pillar is Satan's side, Iron Man's side. And that's why this chain is wrapped around it, because it represents the chain that binds Satan in the bottomless pit. So he's supposed to be bound in the pit down here, but eventually there's going to come a time where he gets released from this pit and he comes up to the surface of the earth. But then Satan will have his time on the earth, but eventually Jesus will put him back down in this pit again, see? Because Jesus has to take his people up into heaven in this cornucopia, and the V's for the fifth age. And then you see the Eye of Horus right there. It's got to do with Egypt, just as the pyramid has got to do with Egypt as well. Has anybody ever thought about why American money and British money has Egyptian symbols on it? Because the Egyptians were basically slave drivers. They were against freedom, whereas the Americans are for freedom. I mean, it's a difficult one to explain, really, because, like, back in Britain's history, when we were an empire, we were against freedom back then because we were basically a dictatorship back then. Because we had slaves just like the Egyptians did. But nowadays we're the exact opposite. We're totally for freedom, just like the Americans are. But all of these people are trying to take our freedom away. See, Obama's trying to take the USA's freedom away, just as David Cameron's trying to take the UK's freedom away. Well, in fact, all of these people are trying to take away the freedom of the whole world. Like Putin's already got Russia underneath his thumb. Like, Russia basically don't have any freedom. They never have. See the red represents Russia and China, because you see this bear. And then this is even got to do with like satanic hexagram type things. And you've got to be careful with this sort of stuff because some people say that this actually represents the Star of David, which is basically the exact opposite of a satanic hexagram. Because the Star of David is about Christianity, whereas the hexagram is about Satanism. So I'm not sure whether the Star of David and the Star of Bethlehem are the same thing or not, but probably. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I only know certain things about the Bible. I don't know it. I don't know like every single line that the Grox does, but yeah, you see the pyramid again here. See the Eye of Horus again. See, it even has a lot to do with the McDonald's logo. See, See, they're doing Freemason hand gestures and such. See, it's even got to do with the Olympics as well. Remember how, like, Olympics always sponsors McDonald's and vice versa? I mean, why? Because McDonald's makes people fat, so it doesn't make much sense, does it? I mean, are they trying to, like, make our Olympians unhealthy? Doesn't make much sense to me. Unless they're talking about the healthy food that McDonald's do, like the carrot sticks and the apples and such. But even then, you don't know what they're putting in them. Like, see, it says Mona's, just like Mona Lisa. And you see how this looks like a key, like the key to open the abyss. You see how it's putting the key into the McDonald's logo, just like putting the key into the abyss. See, and then I mean, today I weirdly felt patriotic hearing the USA's national anthem, even though I'm not even American, I'm British. But I know if the Groxt was watching the national anthem, sorry, if the Groxt was watching his national anthem play, then I know he would feel patriotic as well. Because it was because right here it says Britain and USA take gold, but that's not actually true because only the USA took gold, Britain took silver. So this represents the golden age coming. Like, see the 5 minutes ago for the fifth age, and then the 6 hours ago actually represents the sixth age and 666 and such. This 3 hours ago represents the Revelation 13 beast rising, which is basically all of these people right here. And then, like, I mean, you should have seen it. You should have seen, like, at the end of the rowing, the women's rowing, they had the USA and Brit and the UK flags next to each other, and that just made me feel really patriotic because I think that the UK is the best country in the world to live in because I feel really safe there. Whereas I think the USA is the second best country in the world to live in because because like I wouldn't want to go over there at the moment because of all of the murders that's happening. Yeah, there's murders that are happening in in Britain as well. But because the murders happen all over the world. But there seem to be more murders on a regular basis in the USA than there are in Britain and the UK. And it's mainly because of like the gun laws in the USA that cause quite a lot of problems and such. But you see these twos right here represent Revelation 22 and Revelation 2. Here it says Rio security sets off controlled explosion before basketball game. I mean, why? I mean, are they trying to test security just in case something like an actual bomb scare really happens? I mean, seems a little odd to me, especially since 7 days previously they had another controlled explosion to do with the cycling race, see? And then and even it's got to do with a bullet being fired through the media centre at the equestrian venue. For those who don't know, equestrian is to do with horses. So, like, even if this has nothing to do with terrorists, it still represents just like violence spreading and such, and chaos. It's like sometimes they just do these controlled explosions to give terrorists the idea to actually do real explosions because like they want this to happen. Like all of these people want this to happen. They want to spread violence and terror and fear all around the world because they finance the terrorists. They're in league with them. They're probably like all of these people are probably ISIS's bosses. Because it's a great deception that they're fooling most of the world into thinking that they're against ISIS when in reality they're working with them. Like even these bombs probably represent just like nukes, see? Here's the Illuminati pyramid as it appears on the dollar bill. And see even the Eye of Horus as well. And then this is Elizabeth Banks, an actress, and she represents the woman of the Bible with her blonde hair. Now him doing this with her feet represents that when we go to heaven, those who stay on the earth will be made to worship at our feet. That's what this represents right here. Because the Reds will have to worship at the Blues' feet. And that is why this guy's wearing a red shirt for Satan. Like, you even see the yellow and red here, just like Iron Man wears yellow and red armor. And then, like, this woman's wearing blue for Jesus Christ. Oh, one more thing, actually. These balloons are white for heaven, and that's why they're up top here, just like heaven is up top. So yeah, the reason that she's barefoot in these pictures that I'm showing is because it represents when the woman of the Bible has to have her feet washed by holy water to get into heaven, just as Jesus washed his apostles' feet with holy water. So let's get a look at her sexy feet. See how sexy they are? See them? And then she's wearing white for heaven. Just as that character in iPad Goat 2 wears white for heaven. See the white in the background for heaven. See the blue for Jesus Christ. See it says gold medal. See? Just like the Golden Age. And that even goes back to the Olympics and such, because the British men in the rowing, they won a gold medal for the Golden Age. Just as Helen Mirren kept going on about the Golden Age during that Queen's 90th birthday celebration thing on ITV. See, this guy's wearing red for Satan, see? And this basketball could even represent the nuclear football. This 8 business has got to do with Daniel 8. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you all at the wedding feast of the Lamb, and keep faith in Jesus Christ. May God have mercy on us all. Hallelujah.